Hi everyone, my name is Skyla Ramirez. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody session today. Let's get up, let's get out of our seats on this beautiful sunny day and do a little bit of stretching. Coming into any comfortable standing position, and maybe take the feet out to at least the width of your hips. I wouldn't keep the feet close together. Finding a comfortable position where your feet would be maybe at the width of the hips, or maybe even a little wider as we begin to move the body just a bit with the breath. Let's open the palms of our hands, inhaling, circle sweeping the arms up and overhead. Nice big breath in. Turn those palms forward and now exhale from your throat, mouth open. And give yourself a nice big sigh of relief. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, back and around. Two more, big breath in. Breathe in through the nose as much as possible. Let's add on to this by twisting towards the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, take those arms down and reach over towards the left side of your body. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it over to the right. So we're doing some nice big trunk rotations. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. One more time to each side. Big breath in. We're going to flood the body with fresh oxygen. Exhale over. Remember that exhale is more important than the inhale. We want to get the old air out, so we make space for some new, fresh, renewing breaths. Inhale, bring it up overhead. From here, step your left foot back and bend the right knee. From here, we're going to take that right arm back and around a few times, as if you're trying to shake hands with somebody behind you. Inhaling up, back and around, just that right arm, and the right leg is forward. Inhale up, exhale down and around. One more, big breath in. Inhale up, pat yourself on the back with the right hand. Take the left hand and circle it back and around 3 to 4 times. Inhale, open, down and around. So we're creating some big stretches that move from the edges of our feet all the way up to the neck and the head. Let's hold the left hand down by our low back. Knuckles are by the low back. Right knee is bent. Right elbow up. Left elbow is pressing down, and we might want to try to walk our fingertips in towards each other. Now, we may or may not be able to touch the fingertips together. What's most important here is that we keep stretching from the ribs and the elbows. Right elbow pulling up, left elbow down. Also pressing back through that left heel, pressing back through your left foot. So we're getting a big stretch that goes from the left heel, behind the left knee. It hops around to your left hip, and then goes to the front of the body, up to your right armpit and your right elbow. From here, let's take that right hand down to the low back. Both hands are by the low back, and we'll straighten that right leg to practice a chest expansion, using the breath to promote a healthier upper back posture. Inhale into your heart center and lift the ribs. Open the throat. Both legs are straight. Exhale, drop the ribs and drop your chin to the chest. Inhaling, shoulders back. Pull up the ribs. Breathe into the heart. Open the throat. Exhale, relax your belly and spine. Chin to the chest. Just one more. Big breath in. Pulling those elbows back, lifting the ribs, opening the throat. And then exhale, relax. From here, let's step forward, finding the feet open to a comfortable distance, hip width or a little wider than the hips is fine. Inhaling the arms overhead. Let's step our right foot back this time, keeping a very healthy bend in that left knee. When you're ready, reach up out of that left armpit, and we'll begin those big circles back and around. Left arm goes back as if we're shaking hands with someone behind us. Then take it down, graze past your hip and thigh. Reach it forward, shaking hands with someone straight ahead of you. Inhale up, behind us, down and around. So maybe 3 more of these. Of course, at any time you could pause or maybe hold the stretch at any point if you discover some places that maybe could use just a little more attention and time. At least one more big circle. Big inhale, circle it around. From here, let's take that left hand and pat ourselves on the back. Taking our right hand back and around. A little more trunk rotation here. And again, it could be 3 to 5 of these. It just depends on the length or the speed of your breathing rhythms. Inhale, open and extend. Exhale down. Breathe in through the nose, out from the throat. One more, big inhale. Exhale, right hand goes to the low back. We're holding it there. And maybe we start to attempt to walk the fingertips in closer to each other. The main thing to focus on is that stretch. Left elbow up to the ceiling, right elbow down, grazing past that right hip. So the stretch is like a big yawn. Maybe we close our eyes, tuning into that large full body stretch from the right heel, behind the right knee. It's gonna move around the inside and outside of your right knee to the right hip, and then it goes across the trunk of the body to the left armpit and elbow. One more big inhale here. Let's lower the left hand to the low back. Straightening both legs. So we're working with that big thoracic back bend. So in yoga, back bends are the fountain of youth. Inhale into your heart. Pull up the ribs. Both legs are straight. Open the throat and hold that breath for 2 or 3 counts. When you're ready, relax your jaw, lower the chest and ribs, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, pulling up the ribs, draw the shoulder blades back and open the throat. Exhaling, relax, creating a standing abdominal contraction. Last one, inhale, open. And exhale, relax. Let's slowly take our hands onto both thighs. Feet are to the width of the pelvis bones. We're taking our hands down onto our thighs as we push our hips back just a little bit, hopefully opening up the SI joint and opening up those places in the low back and buttocks that have a lot of pressure when we sit. And when we have pressure in the physical body when we sit, we also have usually poor circulation. So really trying to push those hips back to open up those spaces that have had a lot of restriction. From here, we'll bend our elbows and come down. Elbows are out to the side, palms are facing in. When you're ready, start to straighten the elbows, and it's going to pull your ribs up, moving into another upper back bend, known as a standing cow. This is helping to stretch the intestines, and it's going to get gently into those inner thigh areas that can get tight. Better digestion, that's what this is about. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows, relax the upper spine. Maybe find a flat back, or even completely lay your head and neck loose and shake it out. Let's straighten our arms again, propping up the upper spine. Nice, big, exaggerated cow expression. Hopefully using this to prevent kyphosis in the upper spine, and maybe even helping to correct like scoliosis type issues. One more big inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows to the side, lower the head and neck, and shake it out. Let it all relax. We just have one more. Coming to a still point. Hands are propped on the thighs, straightening the arms, propping up the ribs, the heart. There's a little bit of sensation, almost of a sway back here as we exaggerate the back bend to hopefully improve our posture. One more inhale, and then let it go. From neutral spine to a soft forward flexion, shake your head yes, and then turn it left and right. Let's come to a still point, walking the hands up the legs. We'll take our feet out past the width of the hips, as wide as your body, as wide as your clothing even permits today. We're finding a standing straddle position. The toes are straight forward or even turned in just a little bit. Again, we're trying to take pressure out of that low back. From here, we're inhaling both arms up and overhead. Nice big extension through the body. Take your right hand and turn the palm up, putting the right hand around that left wrist. Pull up on that left arm and lean over to the right. So we're getting a nice long stretch from the outside blade of the left foot through the hip, all the way across the arm and out your left fingertips. Try looking down to the right. This stretch is so big, we definitely want to make sure that the head and neck are comfortable. Inhale into that upper left lung and try to open your armpit just a little more. Pull up and out of that shoulder joint. On the exhale, naturally, those muscles are going to want to rebound or retract. Big inhale into the left lung, pull over. Exhale, gentle retraction. Push hard into the outside blade of your left foot. Inhale, weight into the left hip, into the left foot. Reach it over. And now bring it to center. Easy does it. Relax those arms down and just circle the arms up and down 3 times. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, circle back. So already we might notice we feel different from left to right. These asymmetrical movements naturally can feel different on one side versus the other, but we may really notice the difference now. Let's hold the arms overhead, turning the left palm up, holding onto that right wrist. The right palm is facing down, left hand is facing up. As we inhale, we're coming out of that right armpit and leaning to the left. Maybe shift the weight over to your right hip just a little more so we can ground down into that energy of the right foot. Look to your left, protecting the neck. Breathe into that upper right lung. Big inhale. Pull up and lean to the side. When you're ready, bring it to neutral. 2 more big breaths. Inhale, reach it up. Lean over, energetically pressing over into that right hip and right foot. Exhale, let those muscles retract. Just 1 more. Big inhale, opening the liver. And now bring it to center. From here, both hands down. Just circle the arms up and back 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale back and around. Closing the eyes, tune into the breath. Maybe it's a bigger breath. We now have a little more access into the side lungs, which can also help us massage the lymph nodes along the side of the body. Exhale down, lace the fingers behind your back. So lacing the fingers behind the back is traditional for the next stretch, but you could always flatten the palms to your waist or hips, or maybe even put the palms down on your low back, spreading the fingertips out to provide a little more support to that low back and SI joint. Wherever you are with this, it's a standing chest expansion. Roll the shoulders back, inhale into your heart, lift the ribs, and open the throat again. Holding it there. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come to center with the chest. Keep the hands by the back. Start pushing the hips back, hinging from the hips as you lower down, maybe with 10 to 20% range of motion. Press the shoulders away from your ears and imagine that somebody is pulling back on your elbows. So we're almost like a turtle with its head leaning out of the shell. You want to feel the crown of the head extending and stretching from the neck. Shoulders pressing away from the ears. One more big inhale. Exhale, place the hands on the thighs, relax the upper back and spine. Shake the head yes, and then turn it left and right. From here, let's inch our feet in just a little closer. We can bend our knees deep, hands to the thighs, propping up the spine, and then reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up. Let's touch our toes together and keep a little bit of space between the heels. Palms come down to the center of the chest. Press the hips back, finding a chair pose with a narrow foundation, opening up the side hip. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. One more time with that nice chair flow, opening up the side hips. Hold it here in your chair position, toes touching. Let's take our thumbs over to the left armpit. Start twisting towards the left. And maybe feel as if your right hip pulls back while the left hip presses forward. So as we twist to the left, left hip is pressing forward, right hip is pulling back. Look over your left shoulder, holding it here about 3 to 5 breaths. Plenty of time to close the eyes while the body works on this gentle detox. Notice where the breath is in the body. It could be under your right shoulder blade. One more inhale. And now exhale, hands to the thighs. Easy does it as we unwind to center. Relax your upper back and spine. Let's find a little symmetry. Standing forward fold with a narrow foundation. Exhale from your throat with a sigh. When you're ready, walk the hands up. From a flat back, reverse swan dive, arms overhead. Exhale, palms to the chest, hips go back. When you're ready, slide the thumbs to the right armpit and start twisting towards the right. As we do, to counter the twist and to isolate the detox, we're pressing our right hip forward, pulling that left hip back, drawing the right shoulder back, pressing our left shoulder over the right thigh. Let's look over the right shoulder. Maybe close the eyes. I recommend closing the eyes not only for balance, but also to rest the eye muscles. So if you have had to sit at a computer screen today, or if you've had a long commute today, those eye muscles can work extra hard and your eyes can get dry. So in order to prevent blurry vision, to protect our eyes, just close them for a little bit. And then find your breath under the left shoulder blade. Staying for maybe just 2 more easy breaths. When your body is ready, we're unwinding the spine to neutral, hands to the thighs. Relax the head and neck, straighten the legs out. Shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Slowly walk the hands up to the thighs with a flat back. The knees will bend, then reverse swan dive. Inhale up. Exhale, palms to the chest. Let's take the feet out to the width of our pelvis bones. Working a little more on twisting with our stretch. Let's put a lot of that together now. Starting with the hands at the hips for balance. Let's step our left foot back with casual stride and bend the right knee. Take a look at the left foot. Most of us, 99.9% of us, we will see that our left toe is turned out just a little bit. Let's realign the foundation. Lift your left heel and turn that heel back, turn the toe in, so that when we look at our feet, we see that both toes are tracking forward. This is going to create a greater balance challenge. However, it will also strengthen more of the muscles on the inner thighs, the tailbone, spine, all the way up into the deep core muscles. From here, let's inhale both arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a gentle twist to the right, just like we did when we began standing. Let's reach back with the right hand as if we're trying to shake hands with someone behind us. And then reach diagonal. With your left hand, you're reaching towards the right across the body. Option to look back towards that right thumb. Now, as soon as we're twisted like this, the legs are open, the body is twisted, it can become really challenging for the nervous system. And that's good because we're going to make it stronger. So move your eyes just a little bit to the right and then move your head. Move the eyes to the right. Find a focal point, something that's not moving. Then turn the head. Eyes to the right, turn the head. And maybe we are eventually looking all the way back at that right hand. Press into the inner blades of your feet. Pull the muscles up in the pelvic floor. Act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Continue to lengthen the spine and maybe twist a little more. Holding it there. When your body is ready to safely come up, we want to move the arms as one unit. So arms come into the waist. Shoulders move as one unit. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. And then notice any subtle movements through your hips and pelvis as well. Let's find our foundation, mountain pose. Feet at the width of the pelvis bones, inside the frame of the hip. Stepping our right foot back, hands to the hips for balance. Lifting our right heel, turn it back. Both toes are tracking forward, left knee is bent. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, lowering the arms to shoulder height. Left arm is reaching back, shaking hands with someone behind us. Right hand is reaching diagonal over that left thigh, and the left knee is bent. Let's work on that gaze, working with the eye muscles. Shift the eyes to the left, then move the head. Gentle shift. Turn the head. Shift the gaze, turn the head. Press into the inside blades of the feet. Maybe look all the way back over the left hand. Thumbs are up, shoulders are back. Holding it here, at least 3 more breaths. Big inhale into your center chest. Exhale in place. Inhale into that upper left side of your heart. Reach a little more. Last one. Inhale, reach a little more. Breathe in. And now exhale, both hands to the waist. Shoulders come forward. Right hip back, left hip forward. Let's step forward and shake out those legs. All right. Now, as we are nearing the final couple minutes in our session today, let's close with our reflexology of the month. Taking our left hand into the palm of the right thumb goes into the palm of the hand, making some big clockwise circles in the palm of the hand. Close the eyes and take in at least 2 or 3 deep breaths. Inhale into the nose. Exhale from your throat. 2 more. Switching hands. Right hand is in the palm of the left. The circles are counterclockwise this time. So big counterclockwise circles. Inhale in place. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. And now bring the hands together at the heart. Draw in a deep breath into the nose. Exhale from your throat. One more in closing. Big breath in. From here, we can bow together. Namaste. Go enjoy the rest of your beautiful sunny Monday. Join me tomorrow for meditation at high noon.